one flies your way next from Space City. It's the debut of #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. And we'll see if he launches it in Houston. The Jags and Texans take flight next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers.
We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And for many people, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the presumptive #1 overall pick for 2, if not 3 years now. But Trevor Lawrence has handled it well. The Jacksonville Jaguars excited to have him in town, to say the least, because they've started guys like Gardner Minshew, Jake Luton, Mike Glennon just in the last season. But let's face it, they now have their franchise quarterback.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Gets past one man. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to take over on offense, and we see them led out by their veteran quarterback in his 11th season in the NFL, but first in the Lone Star State, Tyrod Taylor.
His athleticism in college was never in question. In fact, many NFL scouts thought he might be better suited to play receiver, but always believed in himself, always wanted to be a quarterback, and continues to prove his worth at that position in the NFL.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. But Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds in the middle,
fighting through, and he's got space. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Taylor to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 40-0 Texans. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
To return, here's Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup.
From the 22, Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 3rd down and goal now. This Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. A little check down to Lindsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Taylor. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Taylor. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll go as a pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Taylor. Flush to his right. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Josh Allen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor out to the flat here for Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. On 3rd down, Taylor. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. On 1st down, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. Another completion there. And, you know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's once again complete to Shark. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Lawrence going to throw again. A throw right side, that's Tebow. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On the run, it's Robinson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Houston set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A give running right, Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Dumping it off for Johnson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Texans' new punter for 2021, Cameron Johnston, on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Now Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things?
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Whitney merciless. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To try again after the sack.
Lawrence to the middle. He's got Tebow.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Taylor will throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And a dump off here to Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, James Robinson, a surprise start last year as an undrafted rookie, 5'10", 220. He is a tough man to get to the ground.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this complete right side to the tight end, Farrell.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Running right through him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Now it's Taylor.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And that is caught. Nico Collins with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's Lawrence. They'll get that into the hands of Tebow.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Taylor will slide to a hump with a first down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Taylor. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 12. Here's Taylor. Miller with first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He gets it to Cooks. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. A 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. It means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Lawrence.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Able to get away.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again.
And that is incomplete here.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
The left side completion to Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lawrence to Jones, 1st down, Jacksonville.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019, saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie, Travis Etienne.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, he's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Third and long, it's Taylor. And that's complete to Cooks. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor.
Pass caught, Miller.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And on the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Taylor.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Taylor.
He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Taylor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you.
So for Jacksonville, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.